what you see. Come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want. 'Cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it,
I could just listen to that song.
That's a fun new intro.
Thanks. I'm hoping I don't get like a copyright thing on it because all my other ones I was getting hit months and months later with like, hey, you better remove this out of the video. But I thought I was safe because it was like on this intro maker thing. But anyways, but it's fun. Welcome, you guys, to the challenge chat with Joleen and Maranda. Maranda, how you doing?
I'm good. And yourself?
Good. I feel like I haven't talked to you because we didn't talk last week because I ended up having friends stay with me in town that I haven't seen since pre-Panakuchen. So
I bet you're having a blast getting all these visits.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's like it's so weird because like people were staying here and I'm like, oh, there's other people here. Like I love this, but I'm also like, I don't. It just feels weird, you know.
I feel like the panoramic has like kind of traumatized us all.
For real,
because it's really strange to me seeing people without masks on out and about.
Yeah, I'm still not ready to go there.
And I've only lived in pretty like liberal pro-mask areas, so I'm not used to seeing masses without masks on.
And you're now in an area where there's probably masses without masks.
We went to the zoo this last weekend because Amelia needed to get out. She wanted to see pandas. She's been obsessed with pandas. But there was loads of people without masks on. And I know a lot of them are probably vaccinated because we were in Virginia. So I feel like they were likely mostly all vaccinated. But it was still really strange. Like, I don't know. I felt like... But then it was super hot and I needed to breathe. So I found myself pulling down my mask because I was dying. It was like 90 degrees. Oh, I was like, I don't know if this was the right thing to do. I don't know because I can't breathe.
It's a strange feeling. I mean, we're not completely out of this. There's there's many areas of the world that are still really struggling and aren't going to see the vaccine in a while. So
yeah.
And now I'm hearing people are getting COVID despite wearing masks and being vaccinated. Not despite wearing masks.
Well, yeah, you can still get
vaccinated.
You can still get it when you're vaccinated.
But like variations that you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's weird. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not Miss Science. I'm not Mrs. Fauci. Okay. I don't know. I was one of those stupid people that's like, I got vaccinated like the minute we were going to get vaccinated. I told Chell, now we can't get it. He goes, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You're just not going to die of it. You're not, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so we can still get it and spread it. It's just cuckoo. It's a weird world to live in when there's a Panakuchen.
It's definitely like a strange situation. That's why I've kind of just sat back and like observed. But it has been weird to me because I love the masks. I'm very pro-mask. Like I will be wearing the masks, I think, for the rest of my life.
I mean, I think, I mean, a lot of other countries and continents have been wearing masks when they travel and things like that. And we're all like, okay. And now we're right.
Right.
But look how good. Like, okay, here's me normal. Here's me masked. Whoa, way better.
I know, me too. And you know, I can go weeks without waxing the stash because nobody's gonna see it. And it's like, yes.
I see dudes like will check me out when I got my mask on, you know, way more than when I don't have my mask.
Really?
Yes. Oh my God, for sure. Because look at these eyes. Oh my God. Gorgeous.
Well, yeah.
The rest is like, it's okay. It's okay. But this is like, oh, she's probably stunning. Oh, it's an average chick. Okay. Indiana Girls Jules, thank you for the super chat. Just catching up on last night's live with Nana, and I got emotional. LOL, but in a good way. Oh, Jules. I also finally crashed this week and just slept. LOL. I feel good to know I'm not the only one. Self-help. Yeah, yesterday, Miranda, Miranda very openly talks about mental health things. We're like open, vulnerable, reading books, you know, so, literally sometimes. But I forgot I had a live on Thursday because me and Chell have been doing Married to Bravos on Thursday and breaking down Housewives of Jersey, but we kind of hopped in mid-season. It's a long story. Anyways. And I just was feeling I have trouble sleeping always with my anxiety and stuff. My whole life, I've kind of never wanted to, I call it give in to the day.
And
I come alive at night. It's creepy, but
I'm the same way.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's like I'm a vampire.
Yes, me too. During the day, I'm like, oh my God, is this over yet? And at night, I'm like, what can we change? I'm changing the world. So I wasn't sleeping. And then Thursday, I felt like the worst hangover of my life, all from just like not going to bed till like 4 a.m. and then having to wake up early for work. And I was just out of it. And I ended up in the shower listening to Alanis Morissette, screaming at the top of my lungs and then crying. So I was like, oh shit. Then I laid in bed, started watching Why Women Kill, which is a great comedy. I talked about it on my Live with Nana last night. If you haven't seen it on Paramount Plus, Miranda, it's good.
Oh, okay.
It's good. It's not you like a murder mystery like You and Busy cover. It's like a legit comedy with like Lucy Liu and stuff. And then I was like, I'm gonna move my live, and I completely forgot. And so people were waiting for me. So then I felt like more shit. I know. And then my mom called.
You can go live on Patreon?
Did I say Patreon?
I thought you said Patreon.
Oh no. Maybe I did. I don't know.
Can you go live on Patreon?
No, I don't think they have that capability yet because I would be doing it all the time if you could.
Yeah, then I'd get a Patreon.
And I just don't know. I think it has to be through like a YouTube. I don't know, guys, because I can't link my
find out,
StreamYard.
let me know. Then I'll do some Patreon lives, you guys.
Right? Patreon only, the challenge, man. Then we can say whatever we want. No one can take our video down or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we can get real petty.
So if we don't already.
Exactly, as if we don't. But yeah, so I was just having one of those mental health days. I really think I got to start. Jolene's got to start taking care of herself. I got to start. Yeah, I just.
You guys, I've been telling Joleen. I've been telling her, and I'm going to continue telling her. I feel like I'm talking to a toddler here, a workaholic toddler. Jolene, you need to take some time to yourself.
I know. I don't think I've processed everything, and I just stay busy. That's what I've always done, is just stay so busy. And then I think that stuff sneaks up on you, because I was listening to the Alanis Morissette song from supposed former infatuation junkie, That I Would Be Good. Have you ever heard that song?
No.
She sings, Miranda, you would love it, because it's like, that
send
I
it to
would
me.
be good even if I did nothing. And she lists all these things that people fear, like even if I got sick, if I got and stayed sick, if I gained 10 pounds. I'm like, how about 35, Alanis? Because that's what we're looking at. 10 is like NBD, my jeans are a little tighter. 35 is I can't wear jeans anymore. So but this was a while ago. So then I just started crying in the shower. It's like a lot. But sometimes, I mean, I can't. You
were having a moment.
It was a whole last 24-hour moment, 48. By the end of the night, Charles like, take a melatonin and go to sleep. I'm like, I just feel like I haven't processed this. And he's like, oh my God. Okay, Joe.
What are you processing?
Oh, just,
life.
I think so. I think just the drastic changes that happened with leaving and kind of almost leaving what we were doing for so long, what we were going, but everyone had to change. So then I take on that, that people are always like, just feel blessed, feel happy, choose happy. And just, it could be worse. You could be dead. Your leg could fall off and you're like, okay, yes, it's true. I'm being ungrateful. So then you start going, just keep moving, keep moving, keep swimming. But you have to process things. And I'm processing that my age and that, you process lots of things, like I might never have a kid. I might, I went and tried in this city. It didn't work out. Now I'm moving to a new city. And then it's just like, right. Just life.
Yeah, you guys kind of last second moved to Palm Springs and like uprooted your whole cute little apartment. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see.
So, I mean, everything is working out and stuff. So I'm not complaining. I'm not trying to be ungrateful, but also
you're allowed to complain.
Yeah. And obviously people have it worse, but it's that thing that's ingrained in us. It's conditioned in us to be like, well, people have it worse because some people, all their teeth fall out and they can't walk. And you're like, okay, I have my teeth and I can walk.
Well, I don't have a lot of my teeth but I can walk. So I will tell you that, yes, you're lucky to still have all your teeth, but you're still allowed to complain about a toothache,
Oh my God. Yes. So I think, we all have to allow ourselves to feel things and I think it's just been, pushing off that I probably need to find a new therapist. My last one ghosted me and then I swore off therapy for a little bit, that I was just going to take a break after getting ghosted by your therapist. And now I'm like, I probably need to get.
Yeah. What kind of therapist ghosts you? Oh, that's awful.
She was so sweet. And in her defense, Chelsea's like, you can say, you don't have to defend her. I'm like, but I really liked her, but she took on too much.
Oh, so was she the Joleen of therapy?
She was the Joleen of therapy. So I knew her intention because I see her. She wants to do it all, but you can't do it all. So I'd show up and she forgot that we had appointments like multiple times. And I would drive to Culver City from WeHo midday, which takes like forever. And then I was like, I really need to talk to someone. Where is she? And then she apologized. And I'm like, I think I'm just going to go in another direction. Thank you, Jamie Davidson, for the new YouTube membership. So yeah, I mean, you understand that stuff, Miranda. You're very open about your feelings and stuff.
Right. I have to regularly take mental health days. I'm losing my mind with a toddler. I mean, I literally, yeah. So sometimes I just need to have a cry in the bathroom,
Oh, right. That sometimes crying feels so good. I'll be like, I haven't cried in a while. I'm a crier for sure.
Yeah. And then you just turn on a sad song that like reminds you of your past so you can cry. And you're like, yes, that's what I needed.
Oh my God, totally. Yes, a big Meech cried. Do you love? I have a Joleen fan because Busy had a Busy fan, and I was like, oh my God, so peanut butter and jelly. I was so happy for him. And then I got a Joleen fan. So now we need a Miranda fan, you guys.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Well, I need to go live for that. I need to actually give my subscribers something to be a fan over.
You will. Baby's coming up.
Let's go back to mental health, you guys.
Exactly.
I could only spread myself so far, like with my patience, my
Yeah.
good positive attitude for the day, because I only have so much positive attitude. And I got to save a lot of it for Amelia.
Hells yeah. And you're not dumb like me. You're not going to schedule your every day with work live, more live.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, if I didn't have Amelia, I would probably do that, If I just had like a partner in crime, Tilly, that could just sit there and judge me all day long.
For sure.
And expect to be fed on time, and that's it, then I'm like, okay, I will do all the things. Yes. But I'm also a Virgo sun with a Libra moon. My Virgo wants to do everything. My Libra wants to do nothing.
Exactly.
That's where I'm at 9 times out of 10.
And you're just being more balanced. I think that's good too, because you had a big move across the country, left everything you ever knew, went across the country, and you got a kid and a husband. And I mean, talk about changes.
Yeah, all the things. Yeah.
All the things. Yes, you can do members only lives. I definitely want to do that. Members only / Patreon only lives would be super cool, because then we can just key.
Yeah, no worry about trolls.
I know. All right. Thanks, Haru. And I'm sorry you only have 6 minutes left on your break. And I hope you have a wonderful, quick day at work. Quick.
Yes.
And you get more time for you. That's another thing. We need to start. Everyone's like, normalize this. Normalize a 3 to 4 day work week, okay? And not this 12-hour bullshit.
Oh, totally.
Either. An 8-hour, 3-day, 4-day. What's wrong with that?
And I have a theory. I think that's the man conditioning us ever since we were children with school.
Yeah. For sure.
To expect to live that way for the rest of our lives. Because if you consider that kids go to school 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, they're basically going to work. And then they have to bring their work with them through homework. That's not including all of the bullying that goes on, all of the social mess that happens at school. I think school is just the government trying to condition and indoctrinate us citizens and human beings into believing that that's the way life is supposed to be. That way, when we graduate, we know we have to pull Jolene's. We have to only ever be busy.
And you're not worth anything unless you're busy and you're booked, because they say stay booked and busy. Yep. And it's like, what about stay home and loved? You know what I mean? Exactly. What happened to
what about stay chunky on the beach drinking a margarita?
That's actually a really good point, because I think things like that are conditioned in us really young, so that a lot of us are always striving for this more and more. You got to work harder and you put in those extra hours, and that becomes normalized. So no one questions it. And then bananas that you're going to spend most of your time with people you don't even choose to. Your coworkers more than your family. That's crazy.
Right. Exactly. And your schoolmates more than your actual people you enjoy. But, and then we get so conditioned into thinking that's normal and that's the way it's supposed to be, that when we see other people doing something different and living the life that they want to live, we look down on them like, but you're lazy. You don't want to work?
Yeah. Miranda,
You know?
I think I'm gonna vote for you, like for real.
I mean, yeah, I think that a lot of people should vote for me. I think I should definitely be the president because it just doesn't make any logical sense to me. Like we
No.
used to, as a society, just do what we wanted and trade shit. Not that I have anything to trade really, except for like my body. But, you know, like we used to just have a good time trading stuff. And then the government decided that they can exploit that and create money out of their ass. And now money rules the world. But money is only being held by the elite people who keep their money within their generations.
And then they condition us to believe we got to protect those elite people because one day you could possibly become a millionaire. Do you want someone taking their fair share of your money for taxes? Hell no, even though none of us are going to get there, but cash rules everything around me.
And then we got the older generations, you know, the boomers who think that everyone needs to suffer because they suffered. They walked 17 miles in the snow. So how dare public transportation be nice? You got to suffer on public transportation because we had to suffer. Like, no.
Exactly. And I think that they want you also all like we say big farm, big car, big auto. They want you to feel that way too. Like, oh, keep riding the bus. But if you could afford one of these overpriced vehicles that you go there, you have to negotiate with thieves, with people who are trying to rob you in the moment. Then the minute you drive it off, it decreases in value by like 50%.
Exactly.
What a good investment. You're like, actually, the car is probably the worst freaking investment because it holds none of its
exactly. Exactly. We're conditioned into thinking that we need all of these things. When in reality, if we had a government that actually gave a shit about us, then they would have nice public transportation available to everybody, healthcare available to everybody, like other countries, Canada, the United Kingdom, just to name a few.
No, Miranda, it's only the country where everyone's eating rats. And what the right talking point is always, it's that one Venezuela. Oh my God, it's a horrible in Venezuela. So you give me one bad example that you made even worse, and you not
because
looking
Canada
at
and Britain don't exist. In other countries, you know,
so few people to us. That's the other argument.
Right.
I mean, we have all these people. We can do all these people. So many people. We can't do that. That's it.
Which is exactly why it's like, okay, so you'd rather our money get put into war?
Where the funny thing is,
where we don't get anything out of it.
This is getting super political, but also very funny.
I know, sorry.
So don't worry. We're almost done. But also, we put all this money towards military, which, all right, whatever, we've been conditioned to believe that's the way to go. But they don't even have to tell us exactly what the money's going to. Every other fraction of our dollar that we spend has to know how much towards social, how much towards this, how much towards that. But yet they don't have to break down what actually in the military, what does military mean? It's this broad thing that we're just pumping all this money towards, and we don't even know. Is it going to soldiers? Is it going to families? Is it going to bombs? What is it going to? They don't have to tell us, and we're like, but it's for the military. It's military. You guys, it's military. It's good. Are you anti-American? Don't you be anti-American. It's for the military.
It's the same people who are like, don't be anti-American, that tell Black people that if they had just listened to the police, then they wouldn't have gotten killed. Oh, so the minorities need to listen to the police, but you don't have to wear your mask when the government asks you to protect others from a panakookin. Okay.
No, because like Marjorie Green, whatever her nuts is, says it's like the Holocaust. She said, did you hear that? That lady?
No, I don't listen to these weirdos.
Oh, she's a cuckoo bananas lady. If I was on the right, I would be like, she don't speak for me. She was saying wearing the mask mandate is like similar to the Holocaust and what they went through. People are like, putting a mask on at Home Depot is like a genocide. Like, are you kidding? What is this chick for real? And she's out in these streets, she's saying whatever because she's getting money.
I actually, it's funny that you bring her up because I was waiting for you. I was scrolling the Handmaid's Tale Facebook group I'm in, and I just caught up. Yeah, it's so good, huh? Someone asked if the people in the group thought that Marjorie woman was the same as Aunt Lydia, and everyone was like, "No, Aunt Lydia would kick her ass. She's all talk."
Oh yeah, Marjorie's like, I do CrossFit. It's like, bitch, lots of people do CrossFit. Okay, that doesn't mean
Christmas does CrossFit.
Christmas does CrossFit, and she runs and hides like the weakling she is. So no, oh my gosh, yeah. It's we could just go on and on.
Oh yeah, I've been going on and on my Instagram. I don't know if you've seen. I've been on one the last like week and a half. I've been putting up long ass stories, writing paragraphs. I've just been so pissed off. But you know, I've taken a break from Instagram. So
good
followers on Instagram, you don't have to hear my rants for a while, but they'll be coming back.
Yeah, I would. Hey, Denise, welcome, guys. Yeah, it's one of those things. You know, it's there's so many things we got to fix. But one good thing, as we're talking about mental health and the system and stuff, is this damn show, The All Stars, was so. I don't want to be. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to be overly dramatic. I don't want to be melodramatic, but I'm going to be. This freaking last 2 episodes brings tears to my eyes in the best way possible.
Yeah.
To remember that first of all, that men, like the men of the show, a lot of them have grown and matured, and just to see how different it is than the MTV challenge is trash. The new school challenge is trash. This is what we need. The guys, a lot of the women, I don't want to say all the men, all the women, because some of them are still a work in progress.
Yeah.
But overall, it just gave me a good feeling. We had someone win this season being Yes, who didn't have to be,
terrible.
It didn't have to be terrible. It also didn't have to be all juiced up and freaking like all these CrossFit dum-dums and God bless if you do CrossFit. I don't dislike you. I'm just saying, they just make it seem like you have to push tires and lift your friends in a driveway or a parking lot. If you're going to win this season, you have to live and die by your protein intake, and you don't.
Right.
Remember when somewhat normal people or regular people did these shows and we enjoyed watching them? And you don't have to have a 6-pack or a 2-pack. You can just pack and go to the show.
Yeah, because Yes is definitely packing in the confidence section, in the intelligence section. Like he's all over the sections. And can Fessy say that?
Oh my God, Fessy is trash compared to these people. And John A is like my new damn hero. This woman,
I loved her so much. She's so
she had
cute.
a baby 7 months ago.
Yeah, 7 months postpartum. I was still waddling everywhere. I was like, nah. I got a baby hanging off my boob.
I can't imagine.
Most I can do is Target. The most I can do is Target.
And the fact that these men were recognizing that. Like, I know it doesn't sound like much, but we never see that on TV. To see Elton and Yes and stuff be like, John A, you just had a baby. Like, you can do anything. You're amazing. And then to see Elton actually, I'm like getting the freaking goosey bumpers here. To see Elton be like, I want to help her win. Like, and the fact that she
so
went
cute.
through a hard time with her husband getting furloughed. Like, so much of us viewers can relate to that. We can't relate to Fessy's dumbass or Casey, the COVID spreader, or Josh. I make up fake, drama and I just look weird. And I can't relate to those people.
I would like to know what the comparison is for the viewer comparison for All Stars as opposed to the challenge on MTV. Like I would like to know if they're like on par.
I would probably say since it's not on network, maybe still empty. I know streaming is all everyone's doing now, but there's still people that most people have. Well, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I think
I don't know about
MTV
that.
Is pulling a little more. I feel like
right. I'm not sure about the TV part because the other day I sat down and was like, I wonder what TV's like, and I turned it on.
It's not fun. Streaming's where it's at.
No. The commercials are weird. It was strange watching commercials again. They're awful. Like I saw a candle commercial, but you would have thought it was like a home decor commercial. It was like, what are we doing with our lives? Why are they so long? No.
Yeah. It's so much better. You're hearing adult language, swears, and it's fine. I didn't go bad. Like I didn't turn to drugs when I heard the F-bomb said in all its entirety. But I do feel like I'm going to turn to drugs a lot of times when I watch the challenge on MTV because I'm like, this is ridiculous. None of these people are likable. It's all just so fake. Just to have people, the nostalgia, obviously we've talked about, and to have people that have real friendships with each other or haven't seen each other in years, and people that are out there doing real things, not people who are like, what's your job? I'm on Instagram and I just talk about weight loss tea and then I lift weights. It's like people who are out there with jobs, like real working, whether they're stay-at-home parents, whether they're out in the workforce. They're not like, I take pictures in my bikini, which fine. Yeah. But can we get some people that they have to clock in?
Right. And they were also on MTV at a time where they didn't have to rely on, they didn't have to care about their social media. These people were genuinely entertaining.
Genuinely.
And they were asked back regularly. They just are on a different level in my mind than these current people.
And to see them not have to deal with Johnny Bananas or Kenny's or those kind of players, we're dealing with Yeses and Altons and, Mark Long. I mean, there's so many good people that I think we forgot were associated with the challenge, and to see people's growth. And I mean, gosh, it was just, I was sitting there and as they're talking about it in my 40s, I'm like, me too, bro, me too. And they're and I'm just like, I'm like tearing up thinking about it, but it was so just something you needed. Ruthie's little ass. I mean, she's 40 plus. Just seeing people we don't normally see represented on our television, and then having women like Kellyanne and Johnny who were shit on in the past by the likes of Zach and Johnny Bananas and Kenny and all those a-holes who were like the stars of the show. And now they come up and they're like, when they really, Johnny and Kellyanne's and stuff, they've always been the stars of the show because they've always been the women that are just so strong and have to put up with the bullshit, and with MTV pushing forward these jock bros who are just, 2 roofies away from arrest. I just, So
and
it was
they're
so
still on,
They're
like
still,
Fessy and Josh, who do just the most for no reason.
They're just not men. They're not like with Jarrell. It's like that's a man. That's a fucking man.
And with it's like he can do my math. Like,
I know.
Does he want to do some addition for me?
That's a man,
right? Even Mark with his like grandpa stuff. Like grandpa bod.
So great. So great. All right. So these last 2 episodes is what we're going to be talking about. Obviously, we talked about, the winner and everything already. But let's break down this final challenge. So at the end of episode, whatever it was, 7, 6 or whatever, I think there's 7 episodes. They say you're all going to the final. And for a lot of people, for everybody, it's very exciting. Nobody is like, I deserve this. Everyone's just like, they're humbled by the experience. And you have people like Johnny who have never been to a final. And you have people who haven't been to a final a long time. Then you have Anissa's ass who's been crying the whole damn season.
The last 20 years.
And then she's in last place. It's like, I mean, fine. But Big Easy had to carry up the bound, Anissa. Maybe we could have let Hasela have what she wanted. But had that happened, the game would be totally different.
I feel like Hasela probably would have at least been in front of Big Easy.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. So we go in and I like this concept. So the only thing I don't like, and I'd like to get your opinion on this, Miranda, is that, so I don't like that there's one winner. I think, and I've seen a lot of posts online about this, I like everything All Stars brought. I like the story. I like the editing. I like the people. I like everything. I like the challenges. However, if you're going to do female eliminations throughout the season, you make it seem as though the females, then the women have to worry about the threat of other women, when really they're worrying about the threat of the men too. So then I feel like there should be a female winner and a male winner. Otherwise, I think the women would have been a little more maybe calculated about the way they went after the guys to try to get these bigger guys that might beat them in the end. Off of the challenge.
Yeah, I wonder if they knew that it was only going to be one winner. Did they know that the whole time?
I don't know, because with MTV, they switch and turn. They made it so Johnny Bananas was the only winner, even though What's Her Nuts won.
No, they made it to where there was one winner, and then they asked Johnny if she wanted to share her winnings. And I would have told Johnny Bananas to go F himself.
Right. You have enough opportunities. You've gotten all the opportunities, Johnny Bananas, way too many.
Yeah.
So And then with the Sarah Johnny thing, then Johnny got to pick. It's like they just made the show
Yeah.
for Johnny at one point. But
Right.
hopefully, like Lauren's saying, I pray he doesn't come and ruin All Stars.
Oh my
and if
gosh.
he does, I need all the men to team up and take him out immediately and show him what a real man is. Because
Yeah, I will be so irritated if he comes on All Stars. Like, it would literally almost make me not want to watch because I hate him.
I'm
He's
over
like
him.
he's
gotten
like
too
on
much.
par with Josh to me.
Mhm.
I just can't stand Johnny Bananas, and I've never been able. I've never seen the appeal. I don't understand why people like him, but I wish that they would have told the cast. I don't know if I can't remember if they did or didn't, but I hope that they told them. But I feel like they didn't because, like you said, I feel like if they did, the women would have been pushing a little harder. But at the same time, they literally climbed a mountain. So I feel like they pushed pretty damn hard.
They pushed pretty damn hard. But I wonder if they knew from the start when they were going in women eliminations, male eliminations, that it was going to be one winner at the end, because I probably would have politicked a little, and I'm sure Jemmy would have even more because she's the big politicker, to say, let's get some of these big dudes out because they're going to beat us in the end.
Yeah, Jemmy not having done that really, I feel like
she didn't
means
know.
that they didn't know. Because she is like a big politicker for sure. She's all talking and all like in the shadows, which I like that about her.
I went back and forth this season wondering if that kind of new school way is tainting the old school. But I feel like now that I look back at the challenge, I think she was able to work it into her gameplay, and it didn't taint her. I think people came, it wasn't a group think. It wasn't people who have just been in this, challenge after challenge after challenge. It was a lot of people who have taken a break and had a real life and are taking their real life values into this game.
Right. And who also have children who are watching, they have to do things morally right. Because then the children will be like, well, Mom, you lied here. Or Dad, but you stabbed this person in the back and you called them your friend. That's not very nice. And a lot of times kids don't really understand, well, it's a game for $500,000.
Yes, but I mean, I think you don't have to be, you can manipulate and lie and do all those things, but I think you don't have to be the bad bros we've seen of seasons past where they're just like bad people.
Yeah. And before I had Amelia, I always envisioned myself the villain on Big Brother. But now I'm like, oh my God, I could literally never. I don't think I would ever be able to backstab anybody, even though I have Amelia, because that's just not nice. I don't know if I'd be able to do it.
You do have, your daughter looking in, I mean, I don't know how you'd explain it, but mommy's on a TV show, but I think it'd be hard too. Like, I talk a big game, like I would just stab everyone. Listen, I would get rid of the bros. That would be my first move.
Yeah.
If I was ever on a reality show, I never would be, because I can't run a mile. But I would, you wouldn't catch me dead working with a bro like the traditional bros we see on these shows. Now, if like Darrell and and then wanted to work with me,
Alton?
We had what?
Hi, Alton.
Oh my God. Hey, bring Hasilla. Let's have some fun. So I'd be cool with that. But it'd be difficult. So,
but literally Big Brother is the only reality show that I think I could see myself on, because you could just really just be lazy and work, like play game and be lazy. And that just speaks to my soul.
It does. Yeah. I like to be a little, just
I like to lounge,
lounging, talking.
Yeah.
I'd get myself in a little trouble. Snacking, lounging, talking.
By the pool and talking.
Oh, no, they need a winter one by the fireplace, bundled up, all the layers, because I do not want to be caught on television with my pale vampire skin out.
Yeah, and I don't shave my thighs anymore, so that'd be a problem.
Because Miranda has a little glow to her. Oh, like hair flowing. Oh,
I can braid it.
So what
mental health people, sometimes you're just not mentally there to shave your thighs.
It's so much work. Oh my God, I wish I could take a shower, wash my body, and be done. But it's like hair removal.
Do you ever get in the shower and you're like, all right, so I'll shave my armpits, but I'm going to skip my legs? Like,
yeah. I just feel my ankle, and I'm like, all right, what part will Chell touch? I guess he'll touch like up to here, because I mean, up you can't. That's softer up here, so I'm good. You know,
I got a lot of fat up here. It's already
Yeah.
squishy. I think the hair
probably
will
have a
just mesh
t-shirt
in.
on. You know, you do married people t-shirt sex, so you know it's good. It's fine. You're both in a t-shirt together, one t-shirt together, like this is love. That I feel. Is this the love that I've been searching for? Yeah, that's good married people.
I think that's
intimate.
older people in general. Like once you hit 30, I think you just start compromising with yourself in the shower. Like, okay,
Yeah.
last time I shaved my armpits, today I'll shave my kneecap. But I'm not going any further south than
I'm
my
feeling
kneecap.
my knees right now. Those knees are, oh yeah. They got a little 5 o'clock shadow for sure. So what they did with this game is they said everyone's going to work with each other. So at one point you will have worked, there's going to be pairs throughout the final, and you will have worked with everyone, opposite sex. So every girl will have worked with every guy.
Which I thought was a little confusing.
It was, but I kind of liked it in that they get to the winners. So you pick your first one right out the gate, and then the winners of each one goes first, and then it goes down the line from first to last place of when you get to pick your next partner. And it was interesting because they didn't necessarily know what the next task or challenge was going to be in the final, but they still had to somewhat strategically pick their next player, guy or girl. So if a guy won, you know, guys picking girls, girls picking guys. Did I make that clear? God, Joleen. Okay. And then, so they all had to kind of work together, which made for interesting TV, because you've seen someone like Jemmy, her whole season, she's been like, I don't want to work with Big Easy. I don't want to work with Big Easy. And then she ends up becoming the last one.
Yeah, the most important final partner moment.
Oh, it was bad. And then they do a point system. So the first person, so the first team, the first two people to cross in each checkpoint of the final, you get a 5 points. And then at the end, whoever with the highest points wins. But what they did so that they could, people, you know, because if you're running behind and you get to, you know, the fifth checkpoint of the final and you're like, you're just about to fessy it and give up. Then TJ says, well, for the last part, it's double if you win.
Yeah.
So you got to run up the mountain and then you get double. So on a lot of these checkpoints, the first checkpoint was sad because we lost a team right away, and that was Derek and Hasela because they don't know how to canoe.
Yeah, you know, and I feel like I would have been Alton, you know, knocking myself over into the water because I'm not a canoeer either.
I remember there's like a J turn and a something. So yeah, I feel like I would do bad as well. But I was surprised at Derek. I feel like Derek strikes me a little more as he probably goes fishing in a canoe. He looks like a fishing in a canoe guy after he watches a good MMA fight and eats a hot dog. I don't know. That's just what he looks like to me with the faux hawk. But it was, you know, it was sad to see. But I'm like, Derek, you'll be back. I was more sad for Hasela than Elton had all the feels about Hasela.
Yeah.
But they're in a legit relationship.
Yeah, they're still doing the thing. Which I didn't know that Alton wasn't on social media.
No, and I didn't know he wasn't married. Why did we all think he was married? And apparently that's going to come up in the reunion. Why did I think he was married? Did I assume?
I don't know. I think so because I didn't think he was married.
Yeah. Maybe I was just like, he's got to be married. Look at him. Who you'd snatch him up. You know, you just would. You don't leave guys like that unless they have like serious issues. I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows?
I would probably just hang out with him one night and call it a day.
Because
leave him wanting more.
Like, oh, good, I'm married. Sorry. Yeah, leave him wanting more. Leave him. You're the one that got away, Miranda. I love it. So we have all these great challenges, and right away, John A is kicking ass.
Yeah,
she's killing it. Through a lot of
she
these
really
challenges.
did the thing.
There were so many good moments. I know we can't break down every single point, you know, checkpoint, but we saw a lot of personalities come out. The men who worked well with the women and encouraged them. Wow, what a novel idea.
I mean, they all, I think, it was just such a different kind of finale than on MTV because they all were really supportive and encouraging of each other, the men and the women. And you just don't see that
Big Easy on Ruthie, and Ruthie's like, oh wow, I've never had a partner where I got yelled at.
Well, yeah, Yeah, there's that. But I think he made up for it by dragging Anissa along.
Here's what he does. He picks and chooses who he's going to be nice to. And so certain women, he was like, I'm not even playing with you. And I'm not going to support you.
Oh, that was when they were eating, right?
Yeah. Well, when he also was like that to Jemmy.
Something.
And then him and Ruthie, I think it was with the bike or something. I don't remember.
Oh, yeah. Because I skipped when they were eating because I was eating breakfast.
It was the longest. So they had one of the last parts, one of the last checkpoints is the eating checkpoint. So they have put together a bike and ride it, then do a puzzle. They have canoeing. They have more running. They have all kinds of things. And then they get to, you have to eat all this food. And then a pepper, right? Yes. Yeah, so when they're they're biking or running? I think it was running. There's a pepper.
Yeah, it was running. They were running up a hill, and Darrell was like, "It's not everywhere."
Darrell almost had to get a medic. He's like, medic, and the episode ended. Then we went into the new episode. He was fine because Kellyanne was like, "Get up, get going." Kellyanne had zero empathy because Darrell's like, "I'm cramping, I'm hurting," and she's kind of like, so are all the women here.
Yeah, she was like, that's basically a period cramp. Stop.
I know.
Which is so funny. It's so true. It's like Sparrow will complain about like not feeling good. And I'm like, you could never be a woman. He stubs his toe. Oh, I stubbed my toe.
Because they're not used to it. They're not used to every month someone just punching you repeatedly going, one day you can have a baby.
Yeah. Punishing us for not being pregnant.
What if I don't want one? Can you take it away? And they're like, no, you shouldn't have eaten an apple or something.
Yeah.
You took part of our rib. I don't know, you guys.
Right.
It's getting silly at this point. But it was interesting to watch. So a lot of it was callbacks to challenges they've been in and puzzles that they did before. And this pepper one was the one that Tech and Nehemiah had to do, I believe, right? Where Nehemiah beat Tech and then he became the greatest challenger of all time. And
then who beat Nehemiah? I forget.
Hasela and Big Easy, right? Or something like that, wasn't it?
I think
know.
So.
This season just is so wonderful. I don't even need to know all the facts. I just need to know what ultimately, happened.
Right.
I need to know right players in the right order, right, guys? Okay. Jay Esco, thank you for the super chat. Says, hi, beautiful ladies. Joleen, congrats on 15K subs. Missed that wallpaper in your old apartment. Oh, we'll be here when you get 300K subs. Oh, Blowjo's the hashtag. Lean team, thank you guys so much. I wonder if I did hit. I was going to do a timer, like a thing.
Yeah, so 15K. Woo!
That was like a big goal of mine. Next up, 20K. Oh yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
That's so exciting.
Oh my god. That's not to be like a nerd, but I'm gonna be a nerd. That's so fun. It does say 15K. Oh my god. Oh my! I've been watching like other creators. I like to watch as they hit big milestones, And there was one guy, and I think he hit like, what is he hit now, 30 or something? But it was pretty fun to see. Aw.
I'm so happy for you. You, of all people, deserve it.
I'm very close. Sorry, guys. It'll say 15K, but I'm actually, my current subscriber to keep it a hundo is 14,868. Is that right? That can't be right.
No, it says 15K on here. Why would it say that?
I'm not sure what's going on. But okay, thank you though. Thank you.
Well, to us, you hit 15K.
Oh yeah, because I think it'll round up. It rounds up, but I feel like it'd be like 14.9. Anyways, maybe it's not kept up.
I don't know. YouTube's weird.
It's so weird. That's why I'm like, oh yay. Okay, so the pepper thing. Oh my gosh, I would hate that because I could never. And Jemmy's like, I'm from Louisiana. I'm fine. Then once she starts running, because not only are you eating it, but you have to do like hard stuff. You have to be active.
Yeah, they were running up a mountain.
Oh, it was horrible.
I really couldn't. And there was dirt everywhere. You're probably slipping on twigs. Watch out for spiders. It was a whole thing.
It was so beautiful. And there were so many moments where people were like, it smells good or it's beautiful. I'm like, oh, you guys are breaking my heart in a beautiful way because you're actually grateful to be there.
Yeah.
And I just loved watching them. So then they get to the food, the food checkpoint, they're sick. And Jemmy's like, my stomach, something is going on. I'm so sick. And then they're like, okay, we're going to serve you dinner. It's like, Judy, I served you breakfast in bed. And it's really just like cow balls and other animal intestines
Yeah.
and things that we've seen a million times before. And this segment, like Miranda was saying, she fast forwarded because it was so long.
It was really long, you guys. And I was eating breakfast. I thought we had finished like the eating stuff. Apparently not. And of course, as I'm eating my toast with cream cheese,
Oh,
I fast forward the 10 seconds each time. Of course, it pauses on Kellyanne projectile vomiting. I was like,
she was the power puker. Like she was a power
Yeah.
puker. Some of them were just, that would be me. I hate throwing up. So I don't know how they
Yeah.
keep going despite throwing up. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd have to quit.
oh yeah, I would be in a fetal position because throwing up is where I draw the line.
It's
I think I
horrible.
would prefer diarrhea, honestly.
For real, because when you are it's like this feeling of, for me, it's you can't control your body. I hate that.
Yeah, and
You've
the
lost
noises your
control.
body makes.
Oh,
It's
it's
like
just
you're
not.
being possessed.
It's not right. It's supposed to come out
Right.
down there, not out. It's
Yeah.
go in here. Well, but
Yeah.
sometimes it can go out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's not fun down there either, but like,
No.
I mean, at least you could be on your phone.
Imagine Miranda just with the Rhea on her phone, like
Going on an abortion rant on Instagram mid diarrhea explosion.
I love your Instagram rants. Oh my gosh.
I go on them quite often, people.
The amount of slow motion vomit was not needed. It's a little much. It's a little 2003 Fear Factor. It's a little Joe Rogan Fear Factor-esque, but
Right.
whatever.
You know, I think that TJ would make a good Fear Factor revival host.
You know, and he would get such a kick out of it, and he would laugh the way he does maybe on the challenge, putting like regular people on Fear Factor. He might get joy again in his job. Like we've seen TJ have a joy this season. We haven't seen him have on the challenge on MTV.
Well, I mean, would you like being around Fessy and Josh and Casey? Oh my gosh. I'd be like, why? What are you paying me again? Is it worth it?
Who are these people? What is going? Is this the Big Brother show or is this the chat? What happened to our show? So people are doing pretty well. I think the first to finish was well, I know the last to finish was Jemmye and Big Easy.
Yeah. And
they almost quit. And Big Easy, oh my God, Big Easy tried to make it so Jemmye would quit.
Oh yeah. I noticed that too. I was like, Easy, whatever. You're just trying to get away from being yelled at by TJ for quitting, but you want her to quit just as much as you want to quit. Like, come on.
She's in pain. She's like, I can't eat all this because it's literally like a whole plate of cow balls, you know, and wieners. And when Anissa or somebody says it's dick, you're eating dick. I was like, oh my God, I was dying. Like,
and it didn't even look very cooked. It didn't look very seasoned. No.
But Easy, really, he tried it. And Jimmy's like, he's like, well, yeah, I am almost in last place. So, I mean, if you want to, that's fine. I will totally, because he wanted to give up because he knew he probably wasn't going to win. And then TJ said, Jemmye, you sure? I hate quitters. And then Jemmye popped back in because when you're in pain, I think you'll make these rash, weird decisions. And then she popped back into reality like, oh, yeah, I can't be a quitter. I mean, how would that look? The first season of All Stars and you
quit,
You quit like that.
Really, it was Easy wanting to quit. He just wasn't man enough to take the heat.
Apparently, Jemmye almost went off on TJ during the eating. Ooh, tell us more, Joleen fan. Joleen fan coming in with tea.
Is Joleen fan oh my gosh, our tea spiller?
I don't think.
I forget.
It's Jay.
There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think it's Jay, but if it is, awesome. But cool, because then I look like I have, you know, some freaking tea because my name is in it.
Jalen, there we go.
Jalen, yeah, Jalen. Jay. Okay, so ultimately they end up finishing. It takes them like 4 hours longer than everybody else, and then everyone's at the campfire. They're really cold. Their feet are freezing. And at this point, Yes is in the lead, Janae is in the lead, and Darrell. I think they have like the most points. So now they get to sleep by the fire, sort of. They sleep on like a teeter-totter where one person has to stand to hold the bed upright for them to sleep. And this is the part where it was really nice, where people were just like talking, and Elton's like, Janae's like my little sister. I want to help her win. And then Yes is being really positive to Ruthie and stuff. And Ruthie killed it. I mean, she's tiny and has a tiny tummy, but she finished damn near third or something.
Ones that can pack in the food like crazy.
Yeah, because she's so small. I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's more food than Ruthie weighs, you know. But then
Yeah.
Alton made an interesting comment. He was like, "Oh, I'm so sick of Yes and his fake positivity."
I was like, okay, Alton, you're choosing now to have a versus. Come on.
Exactly. And it's like, we love both of you. So I get that you're probably
Yeah.
annoyed with each other because this is a long final and you're cranky and whatever. But
Oh, I'm sure. Like if Jolene and I were there, I'd probably be like, oh, why is Jolene's hair so
Jolene.
blonde?
God, ugh, seriously. Did she bring dry
Jolene,
shampoo?
why is your hair so short?
Why didn't you bring any dry shampoo? So crazy. Jolene fan says he was pissed. She almost quit, but Jemmy was still trying. She was just slow. Oh, okay. So then that's what
I mean,
TJ
I'd be
and her
slow
went
too
back
if I
and
was
forth.
eating cow dick
I don't
or
want to eat
horse
any
dick,
dick.
whatever they were eating.
Oh,
Yeah.
horrible.
Any dick near my mouth, I'm slow. I'm like,
Wasn't it Yes who was like, this season's so well? Was he saying that there's a couple people that were being really
I
positive?
think so. Yeah, they were
about
being
it?
like a little much. It probably would have annoyed me too.
But so refreshing than like
Yeah.
big baby Fessy quitting and crying.
Oh,
and
because
stuff
I'm
like
a big baby when I have to eat stuff. Like if it tastes weird, I'm not going to eat it, especially if I know its origins. Like if they were just to throw some meat on a platter for me and not tell me what it was, I would be like, okay, it's just some meat. It's steak. Yum. But if they're telling me that it's cow dick or, like horse anus, then it's going to be a really big problem for me.
Yeah, it was Elton who was like, this is seasoned so well. It's so perfect. Like it was funny. Okay. So then in the morning, TJ comes riding in wearing like a poncho, unable to control his horse with a smile. I mean, just seeing this joyful TJ is great.
Yeah.
We don't ever see him, like we said. And then he says, all right, this last part, it's individual. And it's double the points. And you're going to race up that mountain to the finish line. And so everyone's just like, all right, it's just every man, woman, and challenger for themselves. And they start this. And it just proves that you don't need to have fire and trucks and all this stuff. Just have a straightforward end to it, up a mountain, having people go back and forth from their little interview segments or little DRs talking about, their life and what they've learned and how they've got here. And then you get your winner. And then we see everybody ultimately cross the finish line. Eric's like, I'm not leaving you. And Nisa is like, leave me, I'm dying. He's like, no. So then he's dragged. He's like, come on,
It was
Anissa.
probably so annoying for Anissa. I know I would be so irritated if this big red man was like buddy systeming me up this mountain. It's like, give me some alone time. Let me suffer in silence.
Slowed her down, honestly. For Big E to be like, come on, you can do it. My family, I don't want them to see the last thing is them taking me on a stretcher with my eyes rolling in the back of my head. It's like, I don't even remember.
She probably had to hear his whole life story up that.
I would almost rather him dislike me than like me at this point. But it was nice for him that he got to change the story, it was nice that he got to change the story. Sure, that's what we'll go with. But seeing Yes versus Darrell, it was fun because he did walking sticks. He is an adventure hiker or whatever you call it.
He was a dual sticking it.
He was. You see those people hiking, like when I went to national parks and stuff, and even on Runyon, people are just, and you're like, oh gosh, I want to be like that. I want to
stick like them.
I want walking sticks. I think as I get older, I want tall hiking boots and walking sticks. And
and one of those water backpacks.
Yeah, and a water back. I want it all. I just want to nerd it up. I love it. With some wool socks. I love it.
Yeah, and
so he's
cargo
like
shorts.
This. Yes, just put random stuff in there. Tilly in one side of my cargo short, Tilly's treats in the other.
Well, and some pads and tampons in the other because you don't know who you might meet who needs something on the hill.
Maybe a bear, maybe a bleeding bear. I don't know.
Just throw a tampon at it.
Look at that. So it was just a nice segment to watch them go. And then knew to take off clothes so he wouldn't overheat because you saw at the end Darrell was overheating. He had his little ski cap on and everything, and his little tuck. What are the Canadians? Tell me what you call them again. The toque, the little beanie. They call it a tuck or a toque or touquet. Toucan Sam. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let me know in the chat. And ultimately, just Eye of the Tiger. He killed it. And Darrell's not too far behind, but Darrell's like, damn, I wanted him out. Like, damn.
Yeah.
He knew.
I mean, and who would have thought removing some layers would get you up so far, you know?
Yeah, I mean, he did it. So then then Mark Long, third, and they're coming up. Kellyanne,
Kellyanne.
Johnny.
Johnny was in the lead for the women for a
She
while.
was, and then Kellyanne
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, I got to get the super soaker going,"
Yeah.
and she just starts. Kellyanne's like that yoga chick. She's a runner. So the fact that Johnny did as well as she did against someone like Kellyanne, who that's just what she does, I think, for fun.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
So
I would have liked to have seen Kendall do this final. See how.
I think she
'Cause
would have
if
given
Kendall
them a
had been
run for their money.
Yeah. If Kendall had been there, Kellyanne would have been pissed the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and it was nice to see Jarrell and Yes respect each other at the end. There wasn't this fake, stupid West Johnny Bananas rivalry. There wasn't this weird Fessy thing against the world. It was just two dudes who have respect for the competitors that they are. They talked like, Yes was like, should I be supportive or talk a little shit? He talks a little shit, going up, obviously, but like friendly shit. There's a difference between just like hurtful, stupid, calculated, fake shit than just like real. Because Yes he was one of the people who had the most to prove because we haven't seen him since 99 or 2000.
It was just nice seeing adults respect each other,
right?
As opposed to these 25-year-olds who are supposed to be adults, but don't know how to be adults yet because they grew up in the social media world and just know how to be about themselves,
Exactly. So it was so, and then they're talking about their age and Elton comes up and he's talking again. And I'm just like, yes, 40-some-year-old dudes and chicks. Yes, 30-some-year-olds. Yes, get it. And they're so happy. And they all finished with pride because they might not have won the money, but they were on this show. They know the show's probably going to do really well because they know that they're entertaining people. They have great stories. We want to root for most of them, so it's nice. We see Jemmy finish. I mean, Jemmy never gets respect in any of the seasons she plays. Johnny never got respect. Kellyanne was shit on so bad by the dudes for so long.
Kellyanne got done dirty.
Yeah,
I think the only guy that really supported Kellyanne was Cahuta.
Cahuta did.
Yeah, I think Cahuta was her only male fan.
They did her so dirty in past. They slut shamed her. They called her a drug addict.
Now I want to watch her season of The Real World.
Oh, Australia or Sydney?
Yeah.
Yes. So it was just like, it was one of those finales you just feel good about. I felt good. Anyone honestly could have won and I would have felt good.
Totally. I would have been very happy for any of them. Easy, maybe not. But everybody else, I mean, even Anissa, if winning would have gotten her to shut up for the future, let her win,
I feel like it might have made her a little worse. Like then she would have jumped more on the Tory best friend bandwagon. They're great or something. I don't know. But Anissa, you made it to a final. Be proud of yourself.
Yeah, now we can shut up about it.
Now we can shut up about it and you can have friends again. But yeah, like Lauren said, they all perform better than most of the new challengers. Exactly. And they should be so proud of themselves because this wasn't an easy layup season. This had all the hardness and difficulty of challenges and the heart that is missing from the regular season of the challenge.
Could you imagine Fessy having to run up a hill after eating one of those peppers?
No, he would. First of all, he'd go, I can't. I got my myriad. Like he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't. I mean, they got to get rid of Fessy. He's just, you got to get rid of people like that. They're not good TV.
This was a really good little, in my opinion, a little like test. Like it shows MTV that we don't need the giant explosions. We don't need these young social media wannabe influencers. Mm-hmm. We can have regular people on and they'll be entertaining. We can have older people on. Wow, they can still, they're capable of being entertaining,
Totally. And you still got your villains and you still got your stuff going on, but you don't have to be a deplorable human on these shows,
And you don't need to be a man whore. Like there was tasteful hooking up on this season. There wasn't like the young people.
Grotesque.
It was really nice seeing single adults enjoy themselves.
No one was in like a outhouse making, hooking up. Yeah. Like outing each other. It was adult. I guess that's what the word is. The perfect word of the day, Miranda, is this was an adult show, which makes it seem
with
like it
maturity,
was
which is crazy. It was a mature adult show. And I like that there wasn't any censoring, because the censoring can kind of get annoying.
Mhm.
You know, like hearing bleep every 2 seconds. Annoying.
So annoying. And I think that Lauren's right. The pepper checkpoint would have gotten a lot of the new challengers eliminated because they want to do hall brawl. They want to put these CrossFit muscles to the test. But when it comes to any true mental endurance or overcoming fears, they're not about it. If it's too cold, it's so cold, I gotta quit. I'm Rogan, I'm Fessy. Ew, the snow is cold, you know. Oh, it's gross, I can't eat that. So, and then the athletes are, I mean, these are regular ass people who are somehow able to complete a season without tearing their BLU or their ACL.
Right.
You know, I mean, granted,
well,
I feel
Katie's
bad for Casey.
face. Yeah.
Yeah, Katie's face. But you don't need athletes. Athletes end up getting hurt most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know, kind of athletes are babies. You know?
Yeah. Look at what Casey, Fessy, Bobsled Betty, what's her name? What's her name? I forget.
Lolo,
Bobsled Betty. Yeah, I mean, they all kind of, all right. So,
and you know, the only person I think that could last on this season, who is a new challenger, is Big T. I think that Big T, and that might be controversial.
Heart.
Yes, and when I mean last, I mean all around. I think that she would do well on these challenges because they're not as physical, but they are, you know, like they're kind of a meet in the middle physical. They're more like endurance-y. But more so, I think she can hang with this cast because
she's brave.
They're kind, thoughtful, mature people who are still funny, who are still fun. Look they were having a grand old time at their little makeshift bar, you know.
Look at Hasela. She's a great example of someone who can still have drama yet be a good person. Who can still bring the entertainment yet be like you don't feel bad about rooting for Hasela.
Right.
Or like
Davon. I think Davon could do really well on an All-Stars, like with that cast too. So Big T or Davon. I don't know if I'd really want to see CT on. I
feel like no.
Or
he's
West,
too great. They're too ingrained in the new school game, and I know we let Anissa on, but that's just because she can't win the regular season, and she can't win the old people season either. You know, but the old people season is harder than the new people season.
Right. And I think that the All-Stars, I think, just have so much more heart that I think people with that same heart should be in the future allowed on.
Hopefully this goes on for 30 seasons.
I mean, I really hope so because I'm sick of the challenge on MTV and it's been hella long with them. So I really hope that All-Stars sticks around for a while. I would like to see Big T. I know Davon said that she's not going to be doing the challenge and stuff anymore, but
I said that about Big Brother and she came back.
Yeah,
you never know.
In the future, I would love to see her come back.
I think if Davon watches this season, I don't know if she watched it, she would be like, "Oh my god, this is awesome." She would love this kind of these people. This overall vibe is a Davon vibe. It's very Davon is a very authentic person. Whether you like her, or you don't like her. I personally love her, but she's true to her. Yeah. And that's just so fun to watch people who are just real and authentically themselves. That's so
oh my gosh. It would be so iconic if we got Davon and Coral on a season together.
If Coral doesn't come back, we strike.
Yeah. I'm going to be writing letters because I write letters.
I wonder if Julie will come back. And Julie and Coral's rivalry, if that was
I wonder if they asked Julie. I don't know if I'd be interested in really seeing Julie. I can't remember if I liked her or not, but at this point I'd be interested to see anybody from old school, you know, like
right. Oh my gosh. So I wonder, who said they'd come back? Jamie, the actress who Jamie Chung, is it?
Really?
Yeah, she said she saw the show or she was, she actually wanted to be a part of this season, but she was filming in New Zealand or something, so she couldn't.
I would love to see her come back. Oh my god!
Due to quarantine. Oh my god, it would be amazing to see Jamie. It'd be amazing to see so many old people.
I wonder, isn't Cameron on a show?
Cameron was on Southern Charm on Bravo, but she left. There were weird allegations about her husband cheating. I don't know the validity of any of it, but she might be off reality TV for a while. But I wouldn't mind seeing a Cameron.
Yeah, I would love to see a Real World San Diego OG reunion.
No Brad.
Not the newer
Not Brad.
San Diego, because that means Zach.
Or Brad's ex-wife Tori. Remember how badass she was?
Oh yeah.
Also,
there's so many options.
Yeah, pull what's her face who they made into the villain this year on the challenge. Old school.
Oh, Teresa.
And put her maybe on All Stars
Yeah.
instead. See if that'll work. I
But
mean,
Teresa gives me very politicky also, so I'm not sure. She might be a little too ingrained in the new school way as well.
Yeah. Do you think they should take Cara Maria to All Stars?
No. I don't ever want to see Cara Maria ever again.
Yeah.
Please.
I don't know.
She's like the female Johnny Bananas to me. I just can't.
I think, yeah, I'd have to think on that one. I'm not sure.
I would like to see Abram. I would love to see Abram.
Me too. So, all right. So at the end, when Yes wins, he also says, bring me any of these young guys for the new seasons. I'll beat them. I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Because he's like, I got the crown. Who wants to try to take it?
Yep. He does have the crown. So you guys it's amazing that people like Fessy think they're so great and they've never done half of what these older dudes have done. And yet you believe, like, you love the smell of your own toots. Yet you've done nothing to prove it. You were shitty on Big Brother, and now you're shitty on the challenge. All you can do is fall balls.
If the spoilers are correct for this upcoming season, he needs to really work on himself.
He needs to be on a show called Hall Brawls and Hookups, because it's the only thing he does. And they're all messy. Okay, so let's get to a little tea before we end. Jay, our wonderful spoiler alert, spoilers, challenge spoilers with Jay. So if you guys don't like spoilers for next season, Emily for All Stars. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
However, I do fear that you know what? Emily was always a very positive kind of force, but what scares me is her CrossFit background.
Joleen has a thing with the CrossFitters. She's mentioned it about 5 times.
It's like a cult, some of it. I'm sure, watch All Star CrossFit or something.
Yeah, but, I feel like CrossFit is like the MLM of the fitness world.
It's a little multi-level marketing because everyone's heard about CrossFit. Can you lift this giant pole within a week? And you're like, when you start from 0 and you go to 100, and then all of a sudden you're getting a surgery. But it just worries me because a lot of these people transitioned over to CrossFit, being the challenge people, and then you were like, who, what? And they just look like professional bodybuilders, and it was a little much. I thought I had a little, so we'll just throw our allegedly up because
I love that you have allegedly.
I forgot I had a freaking challenge all-star recap. Miranda, tell me who your scuzzy hoe is for the week.
I don't know.
It's hard because the's no scuzzy hoes this season.
I guess scuzzy hoe would be easy.
Easy.
I almost called him Eric. Yeah, easy. Yeah, scuzzy hoe could be easy because he's really just...
He picks and chooses.
Yeah, and it's like, why are you stalking Anissa? Just go. Just go up the hill. Leave Anissa to her thoughts. Yeah. She's probably enjoying this quiet time. Why you gotta be so red?
All right, so that's good. I would agree with you. I would say that it was Eric. Everyone else was a joy. I just why would you yell at Ruthie? Why would you yell at Ruthie when you're
and Ruthie was yelled at multiple times this season. Mm-hmm. So you know what? I guess it makes sense for Anissa and Eric or Easy, whatever his name is, Redman too. Together because they both yelled at Ruthie. Don't
insult Redman like that, but yeah. Challenge tea, allegedly. Okay, so I have a lot here because obviously we were off last week and it's kind of hard to. So here's some things that I heard. Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly, you guys. If you're not wanting any spoilers, I guess click out.
Well, and Natalie was posting about this in the chat, and I heard this too. Fessy and Amanda are hooking up this season. Oh my God, give me the barf bucket. I thought she was married or had a baby with a barber. What happened to him?
I don't know much about Amanda. I just remember she's got freckles. That's all I really remember about her. But do I take her as Fessy's type? That's very surprising. Yeah. And I guess when I see Fessy, I see blonde hair, big, boobs.
Big boobs. Well, yeah. What's her face? Didn't have big boobs from BB20.
Oh, Haley, yeah.
Well, I can't
Haley
even
had
remember
little
nobody's name
pubes.
today. I'm like, what's her nuts? What's her boobs? Boobs. Yeah, she was, just perfect. Just like little whatever fits, whatever works for you, your body.
Yeah, I
Every
like little Haley.
boob size is perfect.
Right.
Okay, so the Jamie Chung stuff I shared was actually, I read it from Jay earlier, so shout out to Jay for that. That she was down to do the Challenge All Stars, but production didn't let her because she was filming in New Zealand and they had strict quarantine, and she would come for a week, leave for a couple days, then come back.
New Zealand's been the place to be during this quarantine.
So they were like, we're not messing with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to some of these things here. Okay, the Challenge 37 Drama Tea. It keeps getting better. Honey, Jay said, the gays are fighting.
Jay said,
yeah. So apparently Corey Lay, I don't even know who's, and Huey, who are in this next season, got into a big altercation and had to be separated by security. So baby Huey, apparently there's a baby Huey and a Corey Lay. Who the frick is Corey Lay? That's not our Corey. He's not gay, is he? Okay. So they'd be separated by security. Now, if you're wondering who Huey is, yes, thank you. I am. He's a rookie. He's a rookie from BBUK 17.
I believe Jane started it off like, "Oh, honey, the gays are fighting."
And if you're wondering, like I am wondering,
you were wondering.
Do you think I'd read this before? No, I want to react on air with you guys. I did read the Jamie Chung thing because if I see her name, I'm reading it. Had to be separated. So Huey is a rookie from BBUK 17. You think I would know who that is? Okay, I'll have to look it up. I believe, and girl, he is messy and entertaining and a pop-off queen. Girl, it keeps getting better. So update. They'll be having individual elimination and a pair versus pair elimination. So some of the early eliminated competitors were actually DQ'd. Oh, okay. So now more drama. So Tasha Akid, Tasha Akide, what the heck is that? Went off on Tori Deal, on our girl Tori.
Good.
For the way she was treating people and how she played the game. Now Tasha is a contestant from BB Nails, aka Nigeria. We gotta watch BB Nigeria.
Yeah.
She has a massive fan base called the Tasha Titans. She was voted most popular on the BB Nails house guest. Oh, so she won America's favorite, Joleen. Good God. Nigeria's favorite, maybe Joleen. Okay, so she won favorite house guest. And several awards she won in her career. When the show airs and her fan base sees this, it's over for Tori. Like her name was announced and she was trending #1 in her country. No international rookie has ever gotten this much attention since Turbo was announced for War of the Worlds 1.
Wow.
When this airs, Tori is going to get a reality check.
Good. Tori's been needing one.
Tori and Anissa are the mean girls this season, but it's even worse. So Anissa is being fake and phony as hell, allegedly. Davon and Bailey were right about her after all. Oh, I can't wait for this to air. I love how Jay adds the little things like, I can't wait either, Jay. Okay.
It feels like you're talking to Jay.
I know. Hopefully they'll show it. It seems like the UK challenge type show. So they're going to have a UK challenge type show. That's still going to happen. It's interesting. Jay thinks that their casting is limited to only UK people. They were going to do this with Vendettas, but they scrapped it. But now it looks like it can happen, which means we could potentially see no more UK people on the American version of the challenge. No more Kyles. What are we going to do? Oi, 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 oi. What are we going to do without oi, oi, oi hair plugs? What are we going to do?
Oh, I know you're heartbroken.
I'm just heartbroken. Okay. So someone got humbled, Jay was saying, but you can see the spoiler for yourself. Here's further proof about production wanting Tori to win. So there was a tweet out by Liv Leilani who said they don't want to see me on season 37 because I'll win. And they're all for Tori. Rolling your eyes emoji. Rolling your eyes emoji. Rolling your eyes emoji. Whew. Okay. Oh, according to Jay's source, All Stars 2 will begin filming in August. Hallelujah. 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 Let's do Survivor 2 seasons a year. Let's make it happen. Okay. Yeah. Mariah Carey, make it happen. Okay, so Jordan, remember Jordan and Tori? Tori's ex, Jordan, was interviewed and was asked about possibly returning. And he said, and I quote, I won't return as long as Tori is on, because he knows how television works and he doesn't want them making their breakup a storyline. And it will be. And also, I saw this myself on Twitter and Instagram. Naya from his season, remember who he fought with?
Uh-huh.
They're allegedly vacationing together. She posted a video of them snuggling. So they might be.
I saw, I think, Mel on Twitter talk about that. And I was like, hold on. Wait a second. No. Please no. Because it's the same two from the same Portland season, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
When she got in a fight with a Boston guy and Boston guy's girlfriend, and they threw a hairdryer or something, and it was like everyone against Naya, and she was like, I'm gonna go suck my thumb over here, and it was like a hot mess. And but there was always, as sick as this sounds, it always felt as though there was some kind of weird like sexual tension between them two, and I was like, I mean
it's their life, but
yeah, he kissed her on the cheek in the clip. So they were like in their swimsuits, like on a boat or something. I don't know. And she's like, hey, and then he was like, and I was like,
ugh. Jordan is just unappealing to me in general.
I
saw that, and so I went to lurk on his, and of course his Instagram was just him sweating on a bike, and I was like, ugh, I just can't with you.
Making t-shirts in his garage or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, he's a strange man, and I just don't want anything to do with him.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Also kind of scary. All right. So like we said, Fessy and Amanda were also hooking up. And Jay's guessing that since Nelson was hooking up with Berna on this season, Amanda, current rival, she retaliated by hooking up with his rival, Fessy.
Oh.
Jay said, Joleen, baby girl, this season is so messy. Or Amanda might be playing the game, but I believe she did this to get back at Nelson. And apparently, Natalie is saying in the chat that Amanda's ex cheated on her. So that would be what happened to the barber.
Yep.
The baby barber. He makes babies and he barbers, and he cheats, apparently, allegedly. So there you go. Okay. So the season name, in which can be changed. But allegedly, here's the season name. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes.
The challenge: Spies, Lies, and Allies.
That just does not sound good.
The daily challenge winners are referred to as the agency.
Yeah, I think that maybe they should just throw this season in the paper shredder, go back to the drawing board.
Make it Love Island challenge stars. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's happening is people are just hooking up and going, I don't want to finish the final.
Right.
My wiener touched. I'm done. Okay. Okay, Julie was actually on the cast, Jay saying, for All Stars. But,
really?
But as a you never say that anymore. But
I know.
You got she got dropped because of the Veronica situation, and they consider her a liability. Remember when she almost let Veronica's thing go? That makes sense.
But didn't they bring her back after that?
Yeah, they did. They totally did.
Yeah, so
Coral was called for All Stars too. Come on, Coral. If you hear us, sweet baby Coral.
Coral, we're begging you. Come on.
Please, Coral. We need your DRs, your confessionals. We need it. Okay. So apparently there's a Berna. Who's Berna again? I know Jay told me, but it's just like so much work to look through the messages, you guys. Nelson and Berna have been in a little showmance with each other. Now you maybe know who Berna Canbeldek. She's a rookie from Survivor Turkey. Okay. Hello.
Oh.
Thank you, Survivor Turkey. The same show that Turbo was on. Plus, she's a boxer. Oh, shit. You girls are in trouble.
Yeah.
She's the one that has a rivalry with Amanda. Here's where it gets messy. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Nelson and Amanda have been friends since they were partners on Rivals 3. And Nelson is hooking up with Berna, the girl who Amanda has issues with. So, yeah, Berna is definitely going to be a main character. I heard she's a female Turbo. So she for sure will be on more seasons. Actually, I can see a lot of rookies from this season becoming regulars. And plus, there's no skull twist. So the drama is going to be so good. I can't wait till it airs. I hope you're right. I hope you're right, Jay. The Challenge 37T. So when Corey was on the Challenge podcast, apparently, he revealed the CT called him and a lot of vets that were going to be on the season, that they should work together and take out the rookies. Fast forward to when production shut down, the vets had their phones and were able to see the rookies' abilities. And were making side deals and talking game during the second quarantine that put a huge target on all the rookies. There's 9 contestants, and every single one of them have been rookies. All right. This is a lot, Jay. You know so much. Whew. All right. So yeah, sounds like this Berna is the female version of Turbo.
Yep.
She has a matter-of-fact personality about her, I think Jay's saying. And her and Turbo were on the same season, like we said, of Survivor Turkey. And she beat Turbo in an endurance competition.
I would like to watch their season now.
Right? Maybe we should watch that. And from what, I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. And from what Jay's hearing, Berna's been killing it on the daily challenges. She's definitely a problem for the other girls. And I think she and Nelson have a serious chance of winning the season if it's not rigged for Tori. There's also rookies from Survivor Romania, Emmy LUP, and Emmanuel Nagu or something. Both of them are going to be problems. I did research on both of them. They were comp beasts on their season. Emmanuel won 40 challenges on their season. Jeez. And on top of that, he's partnered with Casey. Oh, no. So that team is also a threat to watch out for, along with Emmy. She also is a good competitor, and she's won an elimination. But she's bringing drama. These international Survivor rookies are nothing to play with. They are to be feared.
Good. I hope they take Casey out and Fessy out.
Right. Well, stupid Casey's working with a good one. Dang it. Okay. So Jay says, I know you like spoilers, but this is a good one. Michelle Fitzgerald has an elimination win under her belt. So our little Survivor, Michelle, has an elimination under her belt. Fessy and Amanda were also hooking up. Blah, blah, blah. We already talked about that. Okay. Challenge 37 drama is so good. We're not even halfway done with filming. When I said that the hot season bring out the best drama, I wasn't lying. So it's not a cold season. It's warm. And this past season of All Stars was a warm season. You know what I mean? So maybe they just can't do cold anymore. The rookies may be flopping, but they're definitely bringing the drama along. One of the female rookies have a rivalry. That's Berna with Amanda. Another rookie went the F off on a vet for playing a dirty game. Female rookie. Jay's still sending me stuff. Then it goes on my... There's still more stuff. Okay. So she went the F off on a vet.
Is Jay currently sending you stuff?
Yeah. So female rookie is hooking up with Fessy. Fessy's hooking up with another person and causing drama at the same time. And the male rookies are messy too. So yeah, we're going to get good drama, not War of the Worlds 2 drama. I'm talking Final Reckoning drama where fights and arguments and casting was so good. So yeah, stay tuned. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to Jay.
Go Jay. Go Jay.
Jay. Yes, Michelle. I know you're salty. She took out Yule, but I love her. I know. I was salty. I'm over it now. Way to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. It's, in the moment, I have these feelings. I'm like, not Zed Yule, but she had to do what she had to do. Okay? She's trying to win the game. It's
absolutely.
Okay. It's okay. I know I said I'd never forgive her, but I might forgive her. So there you go.
I'll forgive her, and I love you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm rewatching Cook Islands right now, and
you're still rewatching Survivor?
Yeah, well, me and Chell are covering it for Patreon.
Oh,
yeah. So
what about this new season?
So
the cast looks good.
I know. Are you going to come over and we'll do crossover stuff together?
I would love to.
Okay, cool.
But you have to invite me.
Oh yeah, will you invite me on your channel too?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. We'll do crossover stuff.
So am I going to invite you first? Will you come to my channel and talk about Survivor?
I would love to. Then will you come to my channel and talk about Survivor?
Yes.
Okay, we're so excited. All right.
Wow, you left me hanging in my hug.
Oh, was it a hug?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, other way. I don't know why I think that's so funny.
Spatial relations. I thought you were adjusting your mini blinds. I swear to God. I was like, oh, she's just taking this moment to just do this. Let's do this. But
No, I went in for a hug.
Oh, I'm coming over to your house. That's her favorite thing to do. Oh my God. We're so crazy. All right. And I'm ready for BB23. I'm so ready. Miranda's going to be covering BB23. I'm going to be covering BB23. Busy's going to be covering BB23. Nerdtainment's covering BB23. TV Talks with Tom. Matt and Jess Carter. Mad Rose. I mean, you guys, you have so many channels to choose from.
And you got to watch us all.
For all of us. Yes, because we're all so different.
Yeah. You literally have to watch us all because we're a little BB family on YouTube.
We are. We love each other. All those people mentioned.
We're like the all-stars of YouTube.
We are.
There's only a couple. We love each other. We're always really supportive. Yeah.
Yep. There's only a couple dicks who recently came out of dickdom and decided to put their stuff on blast and be dicks. But all the people I mentioned, like legit, I think probably the Couch Potato Queens, our friends at Couch Potato Queens, I'm sure they're covering it. So there's so many people you guys can support. Yeah. Obviously, everyone supports Rob as a podcast. I'm not giving them a shout out. I don't think they're dicks at all. I actually think
they're a given.
They're given. That's like Mad Rose, I feel like, and Rob as a podcast.
Yeah, they're given.
Maddie and Janet should have even more subs. They have a lot. Yeah. They deserve like 100K. Let's get them to 100K.
Totally. Yeah.
Go support Mad Rose. Let's go support Miranda. We're going to cover. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing a Survivor cast video. Well, live.
We released
video,
it.
Like, I say live like I'm going to, or video like I'm going to sit down and actually film one. No. I'll do a live talking about Survivor, like the astrology and stuff, of course. Hello.
Oh my God. You and Sarah got to talk about that.
Yeah, I think I might try to do that this week or next week.
It'll be interesting to see if this Survivor or Big Brother, this season of Big Brother, brings in the astrology, since BB can put that in their bios, their astrological
I hope they all do. I feel like they normally do, like, put their birthdays.
I think they do. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to have to, or else I'm going to have to do some digging. And I just would prefer them to, I would prefer them to just give me the information outright.
Give it to me. I know, I love it. I can't wait till they drop the cast list for Big Brother. And obviously we did get a cast drop for Survivor. And I got to look into that.
And it looks so good.
I know. It looks
I've
really
only seen
good.
the pictures, but it's so diverse. Like, thank you.
I think people were breaking down ages or something. The list.
Yeah, I think I saw.
Did you share that? Did Mel share that?
I think Mel shared it. It was like an age grouping of people.
Yay.
Like the 27s, the over 27s. I was like, oh, 27 is the number, I guess. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the 27 club. If you make it past that.
Well, because that's when your Saturn return starts.
Is that why? Because then you have the 27 club of artists who pass away.
Yeah, your Saturn return is the period of your life. It's usually every 27 to 30 years.
What does that mean?
It means very Saturn. It means that Saturn is at the place it was when you were born. So a lot of the times people go through really big hardships in that time. You know, like
I totally did at 28. Like 27 was bubbling.
Right.
And 28 was like boom.
Yeah. So for like me, for example, at 27, I had Amelia, and it was kind of like a growing experience. Like Sparrow and I had to figure, it was like a whole new kind of relationship for him and I, because now we were parents, we were adjusting to that. We were having some troubles in our living situation. You know, California being expensive as hell, the pandemic. It was lots of missions to go over, but now I'm 30 and I'm over it. Woo!
Woo! Speaking of Saturn in 27 grade or whatever it's called, we talked about how Hello Friends is not.
We mentioned that I think last time.
He's pushing forward solo.
Oh, is he?
God bless. I'm sure they had these interviews lined up, and then he's like, "I'll go forward with it."
Well, I saw that she's posting sushi on her Instagram, so go for it, girl. You eat that sushi.
She's in a relationship. She's eating sushi. Jay did send a couple more spoilers. Now these are big ones, and I know some of you don't want to be spoiled, so log off now.
Yeah, log off.
The first one's not a super big spoiler. It's more of a hookup. Casey and Nani. Duh, like they ever stopped hooking up. Give me a break.
Boring.
But here's one Miranda's really going to like. So this new season, allegedly, Fessy's been eliminated.
That's what I was
Hallelujah.
referring to earlier when I was like, if what I heard is right.
You did say that.
Fessy.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was so excited. I was like, thank you. Karma is so beautiful because he just was such a dick in the finale. Like,
so he must have been a dick in his previous
season.
life too, because karma only happens in the second life. So he must keep dicking it up. So he's going to get more karma in this next life.
Yeah, he's definitely not racking up the good points for sure.
All right. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, I feel like Melissa Gorga from Real Housewives of New Jersey. Thank you, Jesus.
I don't even need to hear about anybody else being eliminated because that alone, like I'll deal with Josh. I'll deal with him for a long term and whatever. But thank you. No Fessy with his ego, his little dick energy, you know, like.
Bye, Fessel. Bye, Fessel. We'll see you later. See you never, like TJ says. All right. So that's our show. Miranda, thank you so much. We did an hour and a half. We killed it. We said we're going to stick to an hour. Yeah. And then, of course.
Do we ever?
We never do. We never do. We're too fun. We're too fun gals, you guys. Make sure you check out Miranda Honestly Honecker on Instagram and on Twitter, I'm sorry, and at Miranda Bella Marie.
Yeah.
It's all up in the upper right corner of the video. You guys can check it out and subscribe to Miranda too. Subscribe to her channel. Let's get her channel growing and bumping for this upcoming season.
I will be doing Big Brother, so you can resubscribe because I know a lot of you unsubscribed. Yeah, you can come back. Come back. Come back to the dark side.
Get you some. Get you some bud. Get you some bud.
Right. It's gonna be fun.
Yes. All right. You guys are wonderful, beautiful humans. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Memorial Day holiday. Hopefully you have a couple of days off of work. Normalize the 3 to 4 day work week.
Yes.
Let's just normalize a 3-day work week and normalize watching me and Miranda all the time. All right.
Exactly.
Bye, guys.
Bye.